Live across North Texas and beyond, this is the Jenna Ryan Show.
Ain't that America? For you and me. Ain't that America? Little pink houses for you.
Jenna Ryan is a world-renowned speaker and thought leader, ranked in the 87th most influential person online by Fast Company magazine. Jenna Ryan has spoken to thousands around the world and is now speaking to you. So with all things real estate and beyond, here is Jenna Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show. Thank you guys for listening today. I'm glad that you're here with us. Here we are today on air. We're live on Facebook Live at my web Facebook on jenna.ryan1, and I'm here at the iHeartMedia station today, and we have brought a great show, put a great show together for you today. I'm very excited to introduce the Shawnee Trail Cycling Club of Frisco today. We have Joel Holback and Gina Bratt. These two are big-time athletes who are very dedicated to the art of biking and cycling. And I'm so interested in the topic because I am training for a triathlon and I have a lot to learn, just the basics about biking. And good morning, Joel.
Good morning.
Thank you for being on the show. Good morning, Gina.
Good morning, Jenna.
Thank you for being on the show. You guys have a lot of props. So if you want to see the props, you can watch on my Facebook. And you guys at home, you can also listen on the radio at Talk Radio 1190 AM or download the iHeartMedia app if you're out of town. So Joel, tell us what's going on. What is your position at the Shawnee Trail Club?
I am currently the Director of Advocacy,
Okay.
Education, Community Relations with the club.
Okay.
Club's been around. Just a little bit about the club. Introduce Gina, I guess, first.
Hi, Gina.
Hi again, Jenna. I'm the Membership Director for Shawnee Trail. I've been in this position about 2 years now.
Awesome. How many members do we have there?
We have about 640 as of now.
Wow. And how many are actively doing the rides?
I would say probably 350.
Wow.
Actively, I don't know, 400, Joel?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I always say 638, but yeah.
No.
Why do you always say that?
We are a cycling club. You'll see we ride 6 days a week, 5 nights.
Whoa.
We put over a year's time, if you look at our average attendance, we put about 20,000 cyclists on the road every year.
Wow.
So it's, we do bike.
You do bike.
We do cycle.
You don't mess around. And so that is why you're here. We're going to pick your brain because, we see all these cool people in these cool outfits and these cool helmets. They look like, really high tech. I know that Gina's over here rolling her eyes. Like, what are you talking about? You've got to be an outsider looking in to understand. I'm really speaking for a lot of people because I bring this topic up and they're like, those people that are driving in the road, and this is what they tell me. And so I'm just kind of repeating what people tell me every time I mention biking. But it is true. Everybody has the cute little outfits and look really powerful, in a big group of bikers. And it's like you're sitting there in your car going, okay, did I just eat a donut? And these people, I'm just kidding.
Wish I was there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's like I should be, out there sweating and doing what these people are doing. So anyway, I was looking into biking, and because I'm going to work for a triathlon and train for a triathlon, and I purchased a bike. And then I realized, you need a lot of knowledge. Like, what if the tire goes flat? There's just all kinds of things you need to know. And I certainly am not going to get out on the street. So I looked around and I went into one of these triathlon clubs in Frisco on Facebook. And I started going, I need help. And they were like, honey, sorry, you do not belong here. They didn't say it like that. They were very sweet. But they said, you need to go somewhere and start where beginners are, where they can teach you and where they're there for you. And so they forwarded me to you guys. I don't know if y'all is that a thing where y'all are better?
Oh, it is a thing. But just to clarify, we have groups around that teach people how to ride a bike.
Right.
One of the things that we do assume when you come into the club is that you know how to ride.
We know how to ride.
And we encourage you and try to educate you.
Right.
On the safety aspects of riding on the paths, riding on the roads, riding on your bike, how to be prepared to do the long rides.
Right.
And the bike portions of triathlons. We can help out with that.
Well, but from what I understand, you have a pace. You have a group that goes at a pace where someone who's new and who just needs to go slow for a while, just while they're learning the craft, right?
We have all the way from novice riders
Okay.
to what we call our stampede group.
Okay.
So the novice riders will come in when you get back to the parking lot
Right.
at an average of maybe 12 to 14 miles an hour.
Okay.
So those are more for people that are, they've been sitting on the couch for years and they found
Okay.
a dusty bicycle in the garage, or
Okay.
they've just bought their first bike. They know
Yes.
how to ride the bike, but let's learn how to ride in a group.
Yeah.
How do I be safe? What do I need to carry with me? And we can talk about all that stuff as we go forward today.
And also basics like how to shift. You
How to
have to learn how to
shift.
shift.
You have to learn how to shift.
Because, the bike is a tool. So
Well, then you
you're
pay
the
good-
engine, the bike's a tool.
And you pay good money for these gears.
Yes.
Right? That's what I tell people.
Right.
Use every one of them. That's what they're there for. Best invention ever.
Absolutely. And we definitely need to talk about gears. We need to get into that.
There are a lot of gears. Yes.
There's a lot of gears. And my bike I bought a brand new bike. And
What'd you get?
I got don't ask me right now, just Dulce.
Oh, nice.
A Dulce, whatever what's that brand?
Specialized, right?
Specialized
Specialized,
Dulce.
yeah.
But I rode it and it hurt my rear.
Ah, the famous saddle controversy.
That is that was like, okay, because I've had like mountain bikes and enjoyed them and just rode them. But I thought, okay, I'm going to do a triathlon, so I need kind of a hybrid, something that I could ride on the road. So I bought this bike, and and it's like obviously fast, apparently fast, and it's got these tiny wheels, and you can feel every rock, and it just is not a comfortable ride per se.
Well, there's two things. It may not be fit right. So
I
we're
really
talking
had
about
them measure me, but they measured my hat
one
too.
of the things you absolutely need to do is, and it's a good investment, is getting a bike fit
Okay.
from one of the local bike shops, and there's
Yes.
several around.
I did. This one fits. It still hurts.
The other thing to remember
Yeah.
is it may not feel great the first time you get on the bike.
Okay.
It's just one of those conversations we have offline, but your butt actually builds up calluses the more you ride.
That's
the
what
bike.
I heard. I heard that from a triathlete. He said you actually have calluses right there. And I'm like, okay, well, anything to make this,
And your body will actually form to the seat.
Oh,
So if you look at the seat on my bike, it's got hardly any cushion on it. The
right.
cushion is not in the seat that you need. The cushion
It's in your shorts.
is in you. Yes.
But
in your
also your
shorts.
core. You probably have to work your core because you have to learn to hold yourself properly so that it doesn't hurt. Is that correct?
Everything we're talking about today is not something you can really teach yourself first time on the bike.
Right.
It's about being on the bike more.
Yep.
Right. The thing that really stood out for me is it looks so smooth and looks so easy, but it's not hard, but there are some things about it that aren't as smooth as your typical bike ride. But I want to get really good at this because I think it's a great cardiovascular. Why do people ride?
Oh gosh, mostly health reasons.
Health reasons.
It's an easy, especially if you're doing group rides.
Okay.
It's very easy to get in a group ride, and there's a social aspect to the group rides.
Right.
So if you go out by yourself and you go 10 miles, you may think you're never going to make it back home.
Right.
You get in a group ride, and if you're like Gina and I, and you love to talk on the ride, right, Gina?
Yeah, right. Right.
You'll go 20 miles, and you'll look down. You won't even know you've gone 20 miles. You'll look down, and the ride's almost done.
There's
Right.
definitely a social aspect to it.
That's
Absolutely.
important. That's important that we socialize. So you're knocking down a couple of birds with one stone.
Right.
You're socializing, you're getting cardiovascular health, and you're also taking care of your body.
Yeah.
You'll look better whenever you ride a bike.
Well, what we found with some of our membership, a lot of people do this after they've worn out their knees from running, or
Right.
it's a great low impact exercise.
Hello.
Hi. And so it's a great low impact exercise. So if you're injured, it works your knees, works your hips. So people like it, plus the whole social aspect.
I mean,
so you're
that's
exercising and talking.
That's a very, very important thing because
Yes.
cycling is extremely low impact on your knees.
Okay.
I got into road cycling 12 years ago. I used to play a lot of basketball.
Okay.
Had blood clots, and they told me to find some other activity.
Right.
So what I found is you start looking at cycling. There are people in this area in their late 70s, early 80s,
Right.
still continuing to ride the bike
Yep.
at a reasonably competitive level. And a lot of that's because of the gears. So
Right.
if you use your gears properly, your knees, the impact on the knees is so much less than it is with, say, running.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
you can continue this activity for a long time. Too.
Yes.
But it's not without its risks. There are some things that you need to watch out for in biking. Do you guys have any questions for my guest today, Joe Holback or Gina Bratt of the Shawnee Trail Cycling Club in Frisco, Texas? Give us a call. Maybe you're thinking about biking. You can give us a call at 214-787-1190. And how do they find your website?
They can go to www.stcycling.com.
Okay.
Something easier to remember, one of our other domains is bikefrisco.com.
Bikefrisco.com. Yep. And that way you can go on and check out their blog, as I did, and look around and see if there's any of the rides. Y'all have like a schedule on there of all the rides, which we're going to talk to about whenever we get back on the break. And we're going to talk about gears. And we're just going to learn everything possible about cycling and cycling with the group and all the health benefits. And I'm so glad to have my guests with me today. And you guys at home, if you want to sell a house, I am a realtor. So I'm Jenna Ryan, realty@gmail.com. Give me a call and let's talk about selling your house.
Well, there's a black man with a black cat living in a black neighborhood.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
Incredible ingredients make incredible meals. That's why Blue Apron partners with a community of over 150 artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, sustainable fisheries, and responsible ranchers across the United States. And that means Blue Apron can deliver fresh, seasonal, perfectly proportioned ingredients with easy-to-follow recipes right to your door for under $10 per person per meal. Log in each week to select the recipes you want to cook, or let Blue Apron choose based on your food preferences. With Blue Apron, there's no weekly commitment, so you only get deliveries when you want them. Rediscover how fun cooking can be while enjoying specialty ingredients and exploring new flavors and cuisines. When you cook with Blue Apron, you bring the best ingredients to your table while developing a sustainable food system for future generations. Join the growing community of Blue Apron home chefs today and get your first 3 Blue Apron meals free, plus free shipping at blueapron.com/better. That's blueapron.com/better. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Dreaming of a new car? For a limited time, get an auto loan as low as 3.15% APR during Bank of Texas's Dare to Dream loan event. Hurry in and apply today. Bank of Texas. Some restrictions apply, subject to credit approval.
The phone lines are open at 214-787-1190. Here's Jenna Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening to my show and watching my show live on Facebook. I'm here today with the Shawnee Trail Cycling Club in Frisco. I'm with Joel Holback and Gina Bratt, and these people are athletes. We're talking true athletes that wake up every morning or every single day, do some kind of bike ride, basically, 6 days a week. Or do y'all do that, or is that just the club?
I'm 5 to 6 days a week on mine.
I ride about 4 times a week.
Wow. Now, what motivates you, Gina?
I had to get into cycling because I needed a low impact activity.
Okay.
So practically that or swimming.
Okay. Okay. Do you do swimming as well?
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay. Are you training for a triathlon?
I am not.
No interest?
Can't do the running.
The running, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I get it. So I see here, Joel, that you can actually lose some weight,
Right.
lose some poundage.
One of my favorite stats that I quote people, I do some beginning classes and trying to get people interested in cycling.
Right.
This was a study out of the UK several years ago. You know, if you ride a bike 15 minutes a day, either to or from work or just for fitness, you can burn off the equivalent of 11 pounds a year.
Wow. That's a lot of pounds. Okay, here's the deal. Whenever I'm riding a bike, well, it's really intimidating. I'll just say that. As a beginner, you know, I've done dirt bike riding, but this is street bike riding, okay? It's very intimidating because I'm afraid of cars. And so what I did is I started out at White Rock Lake, okay? And I went around White Rock Lake, but you were saying on the break, you were saying that that's not always the best idea.
Well, one of the things you see with places like White Rock, it's great for fitness, for casual riding.
Right.
But you've got such a mixture of runners, walkers, people out with their dogs, children.
Yes.
It becomes a safety issue.
Lots of distractions.
So if you get a cyclist out there, like you see occasionally, and it just drives us crazy, you'll see somebody out there trying to go the same speed they would go as if they were on the road.
I see this.
And you'll see crashes. You see people get hurt. That's not what that trail is really for.
You're right.
So
you're right, but it's interesting that you would, because I would think that would be safer than being on the road.
On the road, there's a lot of things. One of the classes I teach monthly during the summer is a beginning riding on the road class.
Okay.
Part of the thing that intimidates a lot of people when you're riding on the road is just not knowing, number one, not knowing the law.
Okay.
And what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do.
Okay.
And the other is what you do for protection.
Okay.
You'll see the biggest mistake I see people make, even on a multi-lane road, is they will take their bike and ride as far to the right as they can possibly get.
Okay. That's what I would do, the first thing.
When you do that, I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. But when you do that,
people think
you become a part of the noise on the side of the road.
Oh.
So if there's bushes, there's shrubs, there's debris, you're just kind of lost in that, especially if you're not using taillights, which we highly recommend even in the daytime.
Really?
But if you're on a multi-lane road, more than one lane going the same direction.
Right.
And if it's at less than 14 feet, which most of them are,
right,
you have the right to take that right-hand lane.
Oh, but that takes so much moxie. You'd have to have a lot of moxie to take that lane.
Make yourself lit up. Get a bright taillight. I've got some of those.
And just be loud and proud, and you're just out there in front of God and everybody, and they can stare at you while at the light.
The thing is,
have lanes. They can pass you. Don't forget.
Yes.
They can pass you.
They can pass you. But you don't recommend that you go by yourself anyway.
Sure. I do.
You can go by yourself?
What we recommend, and when I'm talking to people about anything to do with cycling,
okay,
don't do anything you're not comfortable with.
Okay.
So if you're not comfortable riding by yourself, we've got a lot of members that will only ride in the groups with us.
Okay.
I've been doing this long enough where I'll ride on the road by myself or I'll ride in a group because I've got confidence that I can make people see me.
Okay. What about these huge SUVs? Okay, yesterday, literally, Friday, we were in a huge SUV. I was a passenger, and there was a biker right there. And the driver she was worried that the guy behind was going to pass and that would just hit that because you couldn't really see it. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if I understand the question, that's one of the issues that you've got with people coming up behind you and not being the most careful drivers in the world.
Right.
They'll come up behind you and they're either not paying attention,
right,
which distracted driving is a whole issue by itself.
Right. They may be
Focused
texting.
on cycling, texting, talking to the kids, using the GPS unit, any kind of distraction, and see you at the last minute and pull over.
Right.
If the person behind them is following too close.
Right.
All you can do is protect yourself by making yourself visible.
So that guy should have slowed down or sped up.
The car should have. But you as a cyclist, have some responsibility
okay,
for that too. Number one, first and foremost,
okay,
pick the right routes.
Hit the right routes.
Stay off the service roads or the tollways unless that's the only way you've got to go.
Okay.
Don't get on extremely busy roads. I know up in Frisco, Preston Road I see people occasionally riding down that. And
Don't ride on Preston Road.
Cringe. We're fortunate here in North Texas in that most of the things are built on a grid.
Right.
So what if you have to ride an extra mile or two? It's more fitness, right?
Okay.
So,
I remember seeing something. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay, I remember seeing something in a Facebook that one of the riders actually got bit by a dog.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to bring
up.
I like to bring up a little drama because this is a show. So we have to talk drama. I'm not saying you're going to get bit by a dog if you're in the Shawnee Trail Club. But, things happen. But what did y'all do to...
Well, number one, that wasn't us, but
it wasn't you?
Could
Okay.
well have been. Could well have
been,
been.
yes.
We do ride
okay.
up by Blue Ridge occasionally, and that was where that happened.
It happened near Blue Ridge? I just sold a house
you
there.
did get, and I got to tell you, when I see people talking about what they're going to do to the dogs, and I don't blame the dogs, I blame the owners, right?
Yeah.
I don't carry pepper spray for the dogs. I carry an air horn.
You carry an air horn?
Small air horn when I'm out, especially when I'm out riding by myself.
Wow.
That will frighten almost any dog that you see.
Interesting.
Pepper spray, I will tell you, if it's a bad dog,
right.
all that does is make him mad. So you don't want to do that. But, we've got some owners that really need to be talked to.
Yeah, I mean, these people came back and they were like, look what happened to us, and they changed the trail. But was that the Frisco Riding Club?
No, it was another group, but we're occasionally out that way. I mean, these are open roads and out in the country. And
so you have to watch out for cars.
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch out for dogs.
Squirrels, mice.
Because if they get in front of that little teeny tiny tire, you're toast. You're going to eat it, right?
Or they're going to eat it.
Well, both of you might eat it.
Yeah.
And then there's just all these things. And I think biking is becoming more popular, don't you?
We're fortunate in North Texas because of the weather here.
Right.
And the consolidation of all the people. This is probably one of the better parts in the country for you to be a cyclist in.
Right,
We can cycle year round. I mean, with the
Except
exception
it's
of a few
been
days.
really hot, though.
Plus, it's really flat, so we're lucky we don't have really enormous terrain to deal with.
That's true, but we would have really big legs if we did have some mountains.
Yeah,
Our
that's
legs would be
probably
like
true.
Well, we do have the
humongous.
wind. No, don't forget the
Oh,
Texas wind.
That's the
So it's-
equalizer for everyone,
That is our
the
hill.
wind.
Yeah.
Because whenever you're riding a bike, it's not all difficult. Like, that's one thing about it is you have your difficult moments, and then you have like a easy breezy. And you can also change those gears, right? Is that what you're saying? To kind of make anything easy. But what if you want to burn calories and you want to challenge?
Well, we go back to talking about gears. And one of
Yeah.
the challenges that we have in the group rides is we get people that come out and they think that the only way they're going to get a workout is to put themselves in the absolute hardest gear and stay there.
That hard? Yeah, I know. That's what they're doing nowadays.
First place in a group ride, that's really annoying because you're taking off in the stoplight and you're always 50 yards behind the group because you're starting out so slow, mashing that gear.
Oh.
So we call those people mashers.
Mashers.
I'm more of a grinder. I'm convinced that if you keep the same cadence, same revolutions per minute, going around, and use the gears to keep you that way, it's easier on your knees. It makes the ride more enjoyable, and you burn just as many calories in the long run. You can hurt your knees. And with women, you can actually hurt your hips if you stay in a larger gear.
Okay,
And
that's good to know.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys offer rides 6 days a week. What times are the rides generally?
We ride Saturday mornings.
Saturday morning,
And
7:30.
We have novice all the way up through an A group, which is a 20 mile an hour
Okay.
average. And that's an average when you get back to the parking lot.
You rank people by how fast they go per hour.
We
get
offer
Average
paces
miles per hour.
for them. Yeah.
Paces, like you can, and here on one group they'll wait for you. Like there's one. Well, somebody said in a group that they'll wait for you if you're like going.
What Shawnee Trail does, and we've done this from the start, is it may not feel like it sometimes, but we're a recreational riding group.
Okay.
Right. That doesn't mean you're not going to have rides where you get fitness.
There's different levels.
But the way we've structured almost all of our rides, from Stampede down to our novice group, well, I guess Stampede down to D group,
Yes.
novice, is we try at most places in the ride to give you a drop back. All of our rides are no drop. We don't leave anybody back out on the road by themselves.
Ever.
We make sure they make it home. So if you're in the A group and you find you've gotten in over your head,
Right.
because in a recreational riding group, we get a lot of thrashing with members and participants. People
What
will
is
visit
thrashing?
People will visit us from out of town, or they'll
Okay.
just move into the area.
Okay.
We'll get a lot of new members. We'll get people that move out, so we lose members. We got members leaving and members coming in.
Okay.
Probably what, Gina, about 30% of the membership overall as it
Yes.
goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll come in and they won't know what group to get with.
Okay.
They think I went 20 miles an hour at one time in my life, so I'm going to go out with the A group.
Right.
They'll get 5 miles in the ride and say, oh, my God, what have I done? Right?
Okay.
They can drop back to the B. So
Okay. Interesting. So y'all have it all set up perfectly,
I've tried to.
or
yeah.
the best you can, to really accommodate the different levels. Because somebody who's really awesome and getting good and getting fit, they're not going to want to stay with the novices forever if they're really dedicated to the craft. Okay, and so I like this flyer you have. Can we bring this up?
Sure.
This flyer is really cool. It talks about, is it safe? Because these are the things. Can you see that? These are the things. He has these awesome flyers. Okay, these are the things that people feel whenever. These will keep people from actually riding bikes because they're intimidated.
Some of the biggest things and biggest reasons that I've seen. Yeah.
Are okay. Let's talk about those reasons.
So the first one, you actually brought this one up.
Yeah.
Traffic's intimidating.
Yes.
Big SUVs. Big SUVs, you always hear these stories about accidents.
Right.
Right? A lot of the accidents you see, if you go back and look at them, the cyclists could have done something to protect themselves, to make themselves visible.
Okay.
You know, if you're riding in the daytime without a taillight, one of the things we talk about with our night rides, I feel safer riding at night in the dark than I do in the
Wow.
day because
'cause you're
you can
more
see our groups
visible.
a half mile away.
Okay. So mostly you're concerned about visibility, and that's why they have those light detectors.
You've got lights, your gear, especially at night. You want to concentrate on reflectivity, not just the
Light
lights.
colored
Oh,
clothing.
we got a break. We'll be right back.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
I want to show you my first ever painting.
All right.
Okay. Open your eyes.
Oh, that's a lot of colors and shapes.
So be honest. What do you think?
Well, I like how if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Here, why don't I hold your paintbrush while you call them?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
You started your business because you have something special to offer, and you want customers to know it from the moment you hand them your card. That's why now is the time to go to Vistaprint.com to get 500 customized, high-quality business cards starting at just $9.99. Choose everything about your card with thousands of customizable designs for every industry, and our support specialist standing by to help. Head to Vistaprint.com to get 500 business cards starting at $9.99. Use promo code 6655 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 6655.
You can help America's most vulnerable. Play golf and make a difference in your community. Sign up for the Volunteers of America Charity Golf Tournament at Las Colinas Country Club on August 28th. Go to voatx.org.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to my show today. We have a great show here. I'm here today with Gina Bratt and Joel Holback of the Shawnee Trail Riding Cycling Club in Frisco. And we're having just a wonderful conversation. We're talking about all things biking. They have a biking club, and it is, tell us about the club. It's a 501c3?
It is a 501c3. We made the decision. The club was formed in 2009. There were 5 of us.
Wow.
Sitting around. There really wasn't an organization that did what we wanted to do at the time and reach out, especially in the Frisco area.
Right.
So, the 5 of us got together. At the end of the first year, we had 19 members.
That's awesome.
Gina mentioned earlier, we're right around 640 now.
Yeah.
And it's it's been very, very steady growth. We don't do a lot of push for memberships. It's been organic.
Right.
This kind of shows to us that they like the product that we're offering, which is safe rides, getting people their fitness that they're asking for.
And I think we're becoming more and more conscious of fitness. And I think biking is just on its up, it's about to go up even higher and higher because it's such a great way and everybody wants to look cool.
And one of the things the 501c3 has allowed us to do, it's allowed us to work with organizations like local governments,
right?
Some of the other things that are around that we wouldn't have the opportunity otherwise.
And what kinds of things do you do with the local governments?
Well, we are one of the things we do that I'm right in the middle of right now. We do an annual donation program.
Okay.
Bike racks, bike repair stands.
Okay.
As we become more and more financially stable.
Right.
And being a 501c3, one of the reasons we wanted to do that was so we were forced to do something with our money.
Well,
and give back.
There's another benefit to riding besides, fitness, looking good, but also giving back and being social, meeting new friends. It only costs like $25 a year to join the club.
For a single, $40 for a family. So
nobody makes a profit?
No.
Nobody gets.
No.
Does anybody get paid
No.
for what they're doing?
I wish.
That would be nice.
Well, and one of the things you get for your membership, the other thing we do with that, probably the basic one's insurance. We cover all our rides with supplemental insurance.
Okay.
So,
wow.
God forbid a crash does happen. And,
right.
Sad to say, one thing you can guarantee if you're up on your bike, eventually you're going to be off of it.
Someday you're going to crash.
That's right.
I see photos.
So the supplemental insurance comes in for your medical bills and assists with that. It's actually a good deal just for that. You get sponsorship discounts and other things, but that's the primary thing.
I feel it's a really good deal. That's not, $25 a year is nothing whenever you get all of that. Okay, so whenever I'm riding my bike, I have to ask you this question. My one fear, riding alone, what do you recommend you do? What if you have a flat tire and you've driven?
Well, now I go to my gadgets for the people that can see it.
He has some gadgets. So
if you're riding your bike, whatever kind of bike it is, get yourself a bike bag.
A bike bag.
And the local bike shops, and we can talk more about the LBSs a little later because that's really important to us.
Yes.
But there's a set of basics that you want to carry.
Okay.
So
Let's
you want
see this.
Number one, before you get this bag, you're going to be carrying stuff in here you have to know how to use.
Right. You want to know how to use this stuff.
If you're a member of Shawnee Trail, you can get this for free at Richardson Bike Mart, but you can get classes pretty much anywhere.
Right.
Know how to change a flat.
Yes.
No, that just seems so daunting. It's that little tube, and
it can be.
But should I just kind of relax and just say I can do this?
Take a class.
But there's a class, and it's not just flat fixing. It's knowing very, very basic maintenance skills. So if you're out by yourself riding,
right,
you'll know enough to get yourself home.
Right.
Which is the important thing. So in this bag, you're going to want, obviously, a tube.
A tube.
Matches your hair.
Wait, can I see that?
Those are tire tools. You can split those apart.
What is this?
Those are tire tools.
To hold the tire still.
Well, no, get your tire off
the ground.
So you take the tube off of it.
So a little jack?
No.
No, not really.
This actually goes under the wheel, lifts up the tire, and then you pull the tube out of the
Okay.
Right?
That makes it better.
So we're going to hook you up with a class.
I need a class.
You need a class.
I do.
Or Uber.
So you can either carry a pump or you can carry CO2 cartridges.
CO2 cartridges as well.
Okay. Now, we have people that carry pumps, and I will tell you in a group ride, annoying.
Nobody's going to want to wait for you to
It takes forever to air up a pump. So do the CO2. The thing you have to remember about CO2, you get your flat fix, put the CO2 in it, it probably won't last you overnight. It bleeds out through the
But will it last me for the
It gets
10,
you
20
home.
miles?
It gets you home.
Okay.
All right, and I've got tube, whatever tube.
There's your tube.
You can carry one or two. We've got people that have camelbacks instead of these.
Okay.
A multi-tool. This has screwdrivers, wrenches.
Oh my! This is more than a sport.
I don't have a multi-tool. It's just too much.
The thing about
you don't
this,
have all this?
but even if you're not going to use it,
multi-tool.
Oh, okay.
Someone else may use it.
I was going to say,
Just
even
borrow
if you're not going to
someone
use it, someone else on the ride may use it for you.
Okay, so you especially need it.
So, tubes. A lot of people ask, how often do I put air in my tires?
Yes.
On a road bike?
Right.
Before every ride.
Before every ride, you've got to pump it up to 100 pounds.
100, 110, it depends. That's something that's dependent on you, your weight, you and your bike.
But you don't just want to pull it out of the garage and use it unless you've checked that tire.
You
should pump it up every single time.
With these small tubes, small tires, they will bleed 5 to 10 pounds of air a day.
Okay.
So, and let me tell you, riding on a tire that's not fully aired up, it's good for fitness.
It's really good for fitness. Really good.
But don't do that.
It's not good for your bike, I would imagine.
So,
and your phone, of course. Don't forget your phone.
You've got to have your phone with you.
For the CO2.
For your CO2, you have this other little gadget.
That hooks onto it, puts air in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you know why most bike shorts are black and have been since their inception?
Because they make you look better?
Well,
because they match everything.
That helps. I should have known better.
You're talking to fashionista here.
Because you get grease on your hands.
Oh, okay.
And it's easy. And this was way back in the 20s and 30s when they first started this.
Interesting.
Wipe grease off. But I always carry something to clean the hands off.
Okay.
Carry wet wipes. You can carry these things.
Okay.
Degreasers.
Little degreasers. Okay. Wow.
Those are the basics. Now, Gina did mention something. You can either carry driver's license.
Right.
Or, have identification on your phone. Most of cyclists and runners now carry the equivalent of a road ID. Is what it's called.
A road ID that tells who you are,
your
who
address,
your doctor
your
is,
phone number,
emergency contact.
Yep.
I take one medication. You can put your medication on here if you want.
Mm-hmm.
There's different kinds. You can also get one that has a toll-free number.
Okay.
Where they call and they've got all your medical information.
Okay.
It's just me. I know everything works, but it's just
Where does
me.
this go?
This is an ankle. You can also get wrist.
Okay.
Necklace.
You
want this on your
driver's
body.
license and my insurance card in my bag.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
So driver's like, what about goo?
That's what your jersey pockets are for.
Okay, goo. Does everybody know? Everybody always asks me what goo is. Goo is nutrition. Whenever you're doing an endurance ride or running endurance where you run out, your body uses everything up, and you just take a little bit of that goo, and it gives you the energy to move on. I used it one time whenever I was in a marathon. You don't want to use goo in a marathon. You want to practice with goo. You want to practice, and so you want to see if you need. Now, y'all probably don't need goo.
No, we do, but we don't. The one thing you want to be careful of is not wait until you need it.
Yeah. Right.
You want to get into the habit of I'm gonna take one of these at this point in the ride, and when I get a chance. Everybody's got their preference.
Right.
You got goo. I do hammer gel. I buy the big bottles and mix it half and half with water.
Oh.
A little easier on the stomach. But everybody's different.
Okay, that was bad on the stomach.
Yeah.
My thing is salt tabs because it's so hot, and I'm a very sweaty person.
Okay, salt. So why do
I
people
take salt
do that?
sticks? Because you get dehydrated, and being dehydrated, as you know, is not a good thing to be on a bike or walking or running.
Which brings up the hydration. So you need to have plenty of water.
Drink when you're not on the bike. That's what we tell everyone, especially in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that, but don't you need to bring it with you as well?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But don't wait until you get on your bike to drink.
Yeah, you don't. You need to really stay hydrated in advance. And nutrition is important because this is an endurance, physical activity, and you can't be eating, bad fast food and continue going. You really need proteins and grains and
carbs
and the banana.
And you're burning calories, so that's not free. You don't want to go into the negative zone of your body trying to feed off itself. You want to be able to build up enough calories to do your ride.
Absolutely.
You don't want to hit the dreaded bonk.
Nope.
Yeah, the bonk.
Which we all do. Yeah.
We all do from time to time. So let me go and ask you. Okay, so your rides that you do in the morning, how far do they go?
On the weekdays, our average rides are 28 to 32 miles. So
and
it's
that's
about
for a novice.
That's for well, the novice riders I think only go to 20 miles.
Yeah,
so they have really
less,
short
yeah.
rides.
They have short rides, and then a lot of people. I wonder, are they doing triathlons in your group?
There are some that are trained for triathlons. We've got kind of a mixture.
We have a mix of triathletes and road cyclists and
We've
people
got people
trying to
training
do
for
something
road races.
different. Road races, hotter than hell.
Okay, so a lot of people that are training, they just come in and that's how they get going.
That's how we get them hooked.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, what is that gadget there? Is that someone told me I needed this here that tells you how far you've gone and how far you need to go, and
yeah, now this
is that what that is?
That's what this is. This is a Garmin. It's a Garmin 1000. It's kind of on the high end. I lead enough rides and design a lot of the rides, so this actually has maps.
Oh wow!
So I don't know if people can see that or not.
A Garmin. This is the big thing for bikers.
Yes,
but I can download courses just like you can in your car, and
right.
It will follow the courses, tell me turn by turn. You don't need this. They've got lower end devices that you can use.
How much does a Garmin cost?
This one, the bundle is around $600.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That one's a little pricey. But you don't need that.
That's why I say this is very high end. You can get away. They've got some nice ones now on the low end of about $100, $129.
Where do you hold that?
This actually mounts on right off my handlebars.
Mounts on your bike.
It sits on the front of the bike.
And it just tells you. And then other people who do swimming, they're using these Garmins to track their mileage, or how do they?
Their pace. It does pace, mileage, miles per hour.
Those are the things. Some of the things I've got on it.
How much altitude? Depends what you want to track. If you have a heart rate monitor, it'll track all that for you.
It'll track everything.
Heart rate, cadence. I like to know what the grade of the hill is that I'm going up, so I can know when to cry.
So what if you? We got to go to break. We got to go to break. But I have a question. Okay, that's so cool. Okay, thank you. We'll be right back.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
When you're hiring for a growing business, you don't need lots of candidates. You need the right candidates. You need Indeed.com. With an algorithm that positions your job post where quality candidates are and screener questions that help you zero in on the best talent. Indeed.com, the site proven through an independent study to deliver 5 times more hires than any other. New users claim your $50 credit for a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
You're unique, so why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a custom mattress costs thousands, until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/sleep and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/sleep.
Get to Dick's Sporting Goods now for buy one, get one 50% off select athletic apparel, backpacks, and water bottles. And for a limited time, take $20 off when you spend $50 or more on regular priced athletic footwear. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Every season starts at Dick's.
Little pretty houses for you.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching live on Facebook at Jenna.Ryan1. We are here today with Joel Holback and Gina Bratt of the Shawnee Trail Cycling Club in Frisco, Texas. Cycling is all the rage, people. Everybody loves cycling. And the best way to do it, if you want to get started, is just to get involved with a group that will teach you and help you. And if you're someone who's a great biker, it's still good to be involved with a group. And I want you to know about this awesome, very well-respected cycling club. They brought me a T-shirt. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. It says, "Just ride your bike." And they're both wearing their green today. We've got Gina with us today.
Hi.
As well, and we're learning all about cycling and equipment and things like that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is cycling safety, right? We want to talk about whenever you're with the group, what are some of the things I need to know?
Yeah, and before we get into that, I don't want to lose track. We're showing a lot of things here.
Oh, okay.
And some of them, I've been involved in this for a while, so they're very high end or higher end than somebody just getting into the sport would be.
Yes.
I really emphasize to people, whether it's clothing, bikes, gear, start low. Make sure you're going to enjoy the sport.
Before you spend money.
Look around and see what other people are doing. You can spend the rest of your cycling career upgrading, which is
and that's what this is. This is high end.
Right.
When you're really rocking it, you get a Garmin for $600 or whatever.
Yeah.
But the basics that you need are just a bike. It doesn't even have to be a road bike, a street bike, an expensive bike. You don't have to compete with the bike. It could just be a nice mountain bike, whatever you have. You can just start out with the bike and then come to the classes and come to the club, come to the rides, check it out. And if you like it, then you might, mosey on over to what's the best place to shop for biking stuff?
Well, of course, we recommend,
Richardson Bike Mart.
You can buy new bikes, you can buy used bikes. Right?
You can, however,
there's a risk
you've got to
with
be
that.
sized. You've got to be
That's right.
sized. I was going to buy a used bike, but I didn't know how to size myself, and they're everywhere. Oh, for sale. But you don't want to just buy a bike that does not fit you exact.
That's right. And
right.
I think I might have mentioned it earlier. A bike fitting is some of the best money you can spend on the bike.
Right.
Keeps you from having physical problems. And let me tell you, if you start having knee problems, you start having problems with your back, it's hard to make them go away.
Right. So you want to make sure it's good. And I was at the Richardson Bike Mart. That's where I bought my bike a couple months ago. And it was so busy. I had to stand there in front with a bike looking at people like, I want a bike. People were mad and walking out. That place was so packed. I mean, they couldn't help everybody that wanted to purchase a bike. So it's probably better not to go on a Saturday or Sunday, maybe a weekday, and, get personalized attention. They will fit you for the right bike for you.
Well, and Richardson Bike Mart, and there's 2 or 3 others in the area. We refer to them as local bike shops,
right?
Or LBSs.
Right.
We really encourage people to give their business there.
Local bike shops.
They're local here to the metro area. Your money stays local. And you'll find that Bike Mart and the others, they do a lot of give back to the communities.
They really do.
Yeah,
and they've got 3 locations. They've got one down by White Rock, one in Richardson, and one in Frisco. And they're, really the de facto standard for biking. You if you're going to buy a bike, you're going to go to one of their places. And then there's other little local tri shops and bike shops that you can go to as well.
But yeah, local.
Local.
Keep your money local.
Don't just go to Amazon, Okay, so now here we are. I want to know how to ride in formation. So what do I need to know on my first day? Stand back, stay at the end. What do y'all do? Are y'all like birds?
Well,
we're like birds. That's right.
We were joking about this earlier. Yeah. The lead goose, right?
Right.
No, a lot of this is driven by not just how the bike club runs things, but by the law.
Okay.
So first thing I do in my class, we talk about what you're legally allowed to do.
Okay.
So first thing to remember when you get on a bike,
okay,
you are treated as a vehicle.
Okay.
So contrary to what you see a lot of cyclists do, and oh my gosh, we get onto, you're supposed to stop at stop signs, stop at stoplights, signal when you turn, not speed.
Using the hand signal?
Use the hand signals, and it's just it's the same hand signals that they at least used to teach you in a car.
Okay.
So right arm out, left arm out. You want to know that on multi-lane roads, we talked about this a little earlier.
Okay.
If you've got more than one lane going the same direction,
Okay.
you have the right to take that right lane to yourself.
Only the right lane.
Only the right lane. Yeah, you can only
can't
share.
be in the middle lane?
You don't want to be in the middle lane.
No.
No.
That's a
I'm just
passing lane,
curious.
right?
Yeah, the only time you want to get out of that right lane is if you're preparing to turn.
Okay.
Right? Or if you've got debris or whatever. But make sure you signal.
Okay.
Single lane roads.
Okay.
Not so big a worry if you're a single cyclist out by yourself.
Okay.
Because you're going to act the same way no matter what.
Okay.
Although you want to make sure that you're not right up against the right-hand side of the road.
Right, because then
Well,
you become like a bush.
You become part of the noise, but you also, on two-lane roads,
Right.
what do you do if there's debris or a hole? You're going to jump out in front of a car. Right?
Yes, we don't want that to happen.
Kind of pull over to maybe the right tire mark that you see on the road.
Right.
It's always been mine on two-lane roads. If you're in a group
Mm-hmm.
and you're on a two-lane road,
Mm-hmm.
you are required to single up if there's cars present. So
Okay.
Can't
so,
impede traffic.
So if you are in a group and there's traffic's present right near you, you need to single up.
You should,
On a two-lane road, yeah.
Yeah, depending on the situation. Yeah, you want to get everybody in a single file.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, what else do we have?
One of the things that people talk about are headlights and taillights.
Right.
So kind of crazy Texas law. After dark, you're required to have a headlight.
Okay.
That can be seen, I don't know if it's 300 or 500 feet.
Wow.
On a taillight, they don't require a taillight. They require you to have either a taillight or a reflector. Please don't use a reflector.
Why?
And a taillight.
Because you can't see that until you're right up on the bike.
Okay.
The taillights they've got today, hand me that, Gina.
So that's another thing we have to buy, but that's only if we're going at night.
They're LED, but these are minimal expense.
No, you should have them, especially if you're riding alone in the day, you should have your taillight on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're invisible to a car. A cyclist is invisible, or like motorcycles.
Okay.
And I constantly hear people say, well, I'm not going to use a taillight in the daytime because they're not going to see me anyhow.
Right.
If it's a 1 in 1,000 shot that they're going to see you,
right,
give yourself that chance.
Absolutely.
And these new LEDs, I don't know if you want me to turn this on. Or
yeah,
not.
go ahead.
It's pretty bright.
This is
cool.
Yeah.
Light yourself up.
Blinky.
This is
Set
one of the most
yourself light
popular
up.
one. And even
it
on
blinks. That's when you blink. It does that.
Well, even on low flash, you can see this from about a quarter mile back in the daytime.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Very good investment.
How do they find you? If they want to join, they should go to your website, right?
They can go to bikefrisco.com and there's a contact us page there.
Check it out because that's what I did, and that's how I got hooked up. And I also went on their Facebook group. You know, just sitting around and seeing some of the posts that some of the other members make kind of gets you in the mood and makes you feel more comfortable. I'm sorry, I just had to say that real fast. Now I want to get back to that blinker. Okay. Now, no, don't you have a helmet? Where's your helmet?
Oh, my helmet.
Okay, can you put that on for a minute? No, you can't because you've got those. Okay, forget it. You can't put it on.
So this particular helmet, you'll see a lot of people that have the regular cycling helmets, and they're
so cool looking.
They'll put lights like what you just saw on the back of the helmet.
Right.
This particular company, and there's others around,
right,
have started developing technology, and mostly these are for commuters, but I like to use it as well. So
would keep that on.
It's got built-in battery. It will.
As you're driving, and then there's your blink. What is the flash for?
And on the front to catch attention. Right?
So you would wear that the whole time?
Now this is the whole ride. So
wow. It's like being behind a Christmas tree.
Well, and you look in the front. The reason you want the lights up front, if you're riding if you're riding down the road and a car comes from a side street,
right,
you want to make sure they see you and don't pull out in front of you. The other very cool thing about this helmet, and I didn't bring the remote,
right,
is it has built-in lights along the side,
right,
that actually will function as a turn signal.
Okay, that is
and it
crazy.
has an accelerometer in the remote, so when you hit your brakes, it becomes a brake light and gets really bright.
Well, I purchased a helmet at Richardson Bike Mart, and it looked so cute. It matched my bike, it matched my glasses, and this was I was a newbie, and I don't think the guy could break my heart and tell me that it did not fit me. He kind of made a little, but it was so cute, but it was like the wrong helmet. So don't buy and then I wore it, and so I feel I can't really take it back because I wore it. I might take it back anyway.
You should.
You should
The
take
one
it
nice
back.
thing about local bike shops,
Yeah.
it is their livelihood. So if you have an issues, and you'll have issues anywhere, right?
Right. You're going to have things happen.
99% of the time, you're going to get great service there. But if you have an issue,
Right.
you go back, they'll make good on it. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
it's-
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. Y'all have just motivated me to do that. Okay, let's talk about more gadgets. What do you have?
One of the other gadgets that I carry on mine, and you see a lot more people that are concerned about traffic.
Right.
I actually have a GoPro camera.
That
I've mounted on the front of my bike, and I just turn
Right.
this on and leave it on the entire ride. So if something does happen, and I got to tell you, I don't use this so much, as it turns out, for traffic, as I do educating
That would be
our club on things that they're doing that they shouldn't do.
Where does that go? Where to the cloud?
They've got a special mount that goes on the handlebars
No,
of the
I mean the
bike.
video.
Oh, the video?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can take it and edit it and put it on YouTube.
How do you get it out of there?
It has card
Wow.
on the inside.
Okay.
SD card. And there's
Okay.
several different models of camera. This is just one that I've got.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome.
And you plug it into your computer and it auto syncs.
Okay. So you can have your GoPro, but you don't put that on your helmet. You put it on the beginning of your bike.
Right. I've got it on the handlebars. That,
And then, I wanted to show you the biker shrug that Gina is wearing. Gina is modeling the biker shrug. Why would we need the biker shrug?
For cold arms.
For cold arms.
Right. You know, you can take it off if you get too hot.
It's really hot look. It's an awesome look.
Oh, thanks, Jenna.
You're welcome.
Yeah, one
I
of the things
love
we
it. I
haven't-
would wear it out.
one of the things
With
we
the
haven't
little
talked about is all of our rides are year round.
Okay, we
This
got to
is-
go. The show's over. This was a great show. Thank you all for being here. Gina, Bratt, and Joe Holback with the Shawnee Trail Cycling Club.
Information, contact Jenna through Facebook or email at jennaryanrealty@gmail.com. Join us again next time on Talk Radio 1190 AM for the Jenna Ryan Show.